cab was waiting down the path. You stood there holding your own hands, like a stranger in your own homeland. I said the words I'd practiced long. They came out hollow, came out wrong. You nodded, slowly turned away, and I let the silence have its say. And every second slowed to nothing. Every heartbeat said do something, but I just stood there in the hall and let you walk beyond the wall. The night I let you go, I didn't know what I was losing. I thought that I was choosing right. I thought that I was strong enough to fight. The night I let you go, the rain came down without an answer. The city swallowed up your life, and I've been searching ever since that night. The night I let you go. I told myself it was the time, that love alone don't make a line, that sometimes right is not enough, that sometimes good can fall apart, but all the logic in the world can't warm the cold of what unfurled. When morning came and you weren't there, just the shape of you still in the air. Would you have stayed if I had asked? Would you have taken off the mask of someone ready to be free? Was any part of you still needing me? I'll never know, and that's the weight I carry now, from state to state, the question with no clean reply. Was it over, or did I say goodbye too soon? Too soon, too The night I let you go, I became someone I don't recognize. A man who traded warmth for pride, who spent his winters paying for that night. The night I let you go, I gave away the only peace I've known. And if I could go back to the rain, I'd reach out, pull you close, and let you stay. That night I'd never let you go. I built my wall so high, the sun forgot to come. I wore my armor even sleeping, even numb. I told myself that strong meant never letting go, that real men didn't bleed where other people know. But then you came with all your hurricane and light, and tore the whole constructed fortress overnight. And standing in the rubble of everything I'd made, I found the only real thing I had never said. I'm not as strong as I beneath the silence and the stillness and the pride. It's just a man who's terrified inside. I'm brave enough to break, brave enough to show the cracks, brave enough to break and not pretend I can hold back. All these years of keeping everything inside, I'm brave enough to love you, brave enough to try, brave enough to break for the first time in my life, brave enough to break. The night I almost called you from the parking lot, I sat there for an hour with what I almost got. The courage to admit that I was lost without the kind of love I never learned to live without. I drove home in the rain and told myself again that needing someone was a weakness and a sin. But sin has never felt as honest as this ache, and weakness never looked as brave built his walls, he carried everything alone. But he is so tired now, so quietly and absolutely done with being stoned. This is for him, this is for every person who was told that breaking meant they lost. This is for the ones who kept it perfect, counted every feeling and its cost. You are allowed to break, you are allowed to feel, you are allowed to be completely human and completely I'm brave enough to break in front of everyone. Brave enough to break and let you see it all undone. Every wall, every mask, every carefully constructed lie. I'm brave enough to love you, brave enough to cry, brave enough to stand here completely open wide, brave enough to break and find that breaking is the bravest thing of all my life. The bravest thing of all my life. Breaking and brave, breaking and brave, finally free. We met in the shadow of a Sunday afternoon. You were light through colored glass, and I was smoke-filled room. Two things that don't belong together, everyone could see. But belonging never stopped you reaching out for me. Your hands were clean and mine was stained with every road I'd run. You believed in something holy, I believed in none. But somehow in the middle of our broken difference, we built something that I'd swear to before any witness. I've been in cathedrals and I've been in gutters. I've seen the best of man reduced to mumbles and shudders. But nothing I have witnessed in this long and ragged life moved me like the morning you decided to be mine. Smoking stained glass, that's what we were. Smoking stained glass, and the world just blurred. The holy Two people, too different to be sharing prayers and beds, but we were something that the careful world can't understand. The fire and the water and the sea becoming land. You taught me how to sit still in the early morning light. I taught you that the darkness has its own kind of right. And somewhere in the teaching, we forgot to be afraid of all the beautiful impossible we'd made. I've been running from the righteous and the righteous thing to do. But nothing felt more righteous than the life I built with you. So call it what you want to, call it foolish, call it strange. I call it the one miracle that didn't need explaining. Smoke and stained glass, that's what we were. Smoke and stained glass, and the wild just blurred. The holy and the broken finding common ground. Smoke and stained glass, the most beautiful sound of two lives colliding on sacred and scarred. Smoke and stained glass, two worlds, one heart. When you left, they said, I told you so. The smoke and glass don't mix, they said, you know. But I've seen smoke rise up to heaven every dawn, and I've seen glass hold light when everything is gone. So don't tell me that we were wrong. Don't tell me that we never should have been. The most beautiful things in this world are the ones that should never have happened, but did. Smoke and stained glass, that's still what we are. Smoke and stained glass, near and broken far. The holy found the broken, and the broken found the grace. Smoke and stained glass, the most sacred place was every single moment that you called me yours. Smoke and stained glass, eternal and pure, eternal and pure. Sacred, sacred. Every broken, beautiful thing was us. Love with both your hands wide open, nothing held, nothing broken. You gave the way the rivers give, without asking how, without asking if. You'd leave a note beside the mirror, make the small things feel much clearer. Your silence was a kind of song, the kind that stayed when you were gone. I met others us since the leaving. They were good and worth believing, but nobody loved the way you did. Nobody loved the way you did. I still remember how you loved with your whole self, nothing above. The way you'd hold a broken thing and make it feel worth mending. I still remember every touch, the ordinary, everyday stuff. The love that didn't need to shout. That's the love I can't live without. I still remember how you loved. You love the way the old songs do, slow and warm and tried and true. You never needed grand gestures, just your hand in quiet measures. Early mornings, late night talking, side by side and sometimes walking. Nothing perfect, nothing planned, just you and your open hand. I don't know if love is something that we find or something coming, but I know that what you gave me left a shape inside that saved me. And though the years have rearranged things and the world has never stopped exchanging, there's a room inside my heart where you love me from the start. I still remember how you loved with your whole self, nothing above. The way you'd hold a broken thing and make it feel worth mending. I still remember every touch, the ordinary, everyday stuff. The love that didn't need to shout. Oh, that's the love I still dream about. I still remember how you love. There's a box beneath my bed filled with words I never said. Your photograph still fades to gold, like every story left untold. I wrote your name 100 times between the stanzas, between the lines, but every time I reached the end, I folded it and sealed it in. Maybe time would give me courage. Maybe silence was my language. But the seasons came and still I held every word inside this shell. This is the last letter I never sent. to you someday. Your voice still echoes on the stairs. The scent of you still fills the air. I memorize the way you smile before I let the distance build. Now autumn comes the way it does, and I remember why it was. How love can live in envelopes, between the paper, between the hopes. If you ever find these pages worn and yellowed through the ages, know that every single word was true. Every single word was you. I was just afraid of losing what I had and started choosing. So I kept it close, I kept it near, right here, right here. This is the last letter I never sent, the love I carried but never lent. Read between the lines of all these years. Find me where the ink has mixed with tears. I wrote you everything, I wrote you whole. Now the page is worn, but you still hold the part of me that never found the way to give this letter to you always. The daytime's fine, I'm managing the light. I do my work, I answer when they ask if I'm alright. I laugh at all the right moments, I say the proper things. I've gotten very good at wearing ordinary skin. But when the sun goes under and the dark rolls in, that's when all the honest parts of me begin to surface like a wreck the daylight hides. The things I keep below the waterline, and all the memories I thought that I'd forgotten, come back so clear, so whole, so sharp, so honest. The way you slept, the way you said my name at night, the way the dark remembers everything. The day pretends it's fine, what the dark remembers, the daylight never shows. What the dark remembers, only nothing holds the shape of you. But darkness doesn't care about furniture. Darkness puts you right back where you were. 3 in the morning and I'm wide awake with every conversation that we used to make. The arguments that didn't need to happen, the apologies that came too late or never came. And I replay the moments I got wrong. I replay the moments where I wasn't strong, where I should have stayed and I walked out, where I should have spoken but I gave you down. What the dark remembers, the daylight never shows. What the dark remembers, only the lonely knows. Every foolish moment, every door I slammed. What the dark remembers won't be silence. What the dark remembers won't be a reason. What the dark remembers, dance. I've heard that time rewrites the painful parts, that memory grows merciful with years. But my memory's a courtroom in the dark that replays every scene in vivid tears. I'm not asking for a pardon, I'm not asking to forget. I'm just asking for one morning where the night lets me reset. One sunrise without your face, one dawn without your name, one ordinary Tuesday that doesn't end the What the dark remembers, how you've learned to hold. What the dark remembers makes me brave and old. Every beautiful and broken, every lost and found. What the dark remembers is the truest ground, the most honest sound, the realest thing around. What the dark remembers is what love feels like when it's real, when it's real, when it's real, real, still real. What the dark remembers is you, is you. The house is dark except for one small flame. I set it in the window just in case you came. The neighbors probably think I've lost my mind, a grown man burning candles for someone left behind. emotional was never what we were. Two people burning bright and burning hard. The midnight comes and goes without a sound. The candle keeps on burning, burning down. And I keep watching shadows on the wall, pretending every one of them is you. Coming down the hall, there's a candle in the window burning low. A light I keep for you so you will know that wherever you have gone, whatever road you're on, there's a candle in the window, and I won't let it go. Not tonight, not ever. I won't let it go. I found your scarf behind the bedroom door, the one you wore that winter, nothing more. But I held it to my face and breathed you in, and lost her now I'll never find again. The clock above the fireplace ticks on. The only conversation since you've gone, and every tick is just another proof that time moves even under a broken roof. The second hour passes, then the third. I haven't moved, I haven't said a word, just watching how the wax runs slowly down, like every promise melting to the ground. There's a candle in the window burning low, a light I keep for you so you will know that wherever you have gone, whatever road you're on, there's a candle in the window, and I won't let it go. Not tonight, not ever. I won't let it go. Maybe love is just a candle in a storm, something small and warm against all that cold and dark. Maybe keeping it alive is the bravest thing a man can do with a broken heart. And maybe you can feel it wherever you are tonight. One small point of warmth and light in all that dark and wide. I hope you feel it. I need you to feel it, because I'm burning everything I have to keep it bright. There's a candle in the window burning still, for you. It only burns for you. It always will. It always will. Always will. Burning, still burning for you. Burning, still burning for you. I had it written on a Tuesday, everything I meant to say someday. How you were the light I kept returning to. How I never found the words when standing next to you. I thought I had the time I always thought I did. I thought tomorrow was a door left open wide. But time has a way of closing every hole. And now I talk to photographs, and that's all. All the moments I stayed quiet, all the nights I didn't try it, saying what I felt, what I held inside. Now the words are all I have left behind. Everything I swore I'd say, I held it back and watched it fade away. All the love that never left my lips, all the truths I kept locked in my fists. Everything I swore I'd say someday. When the moment came, I looked away. Now the moment's gone and so are you. And all I have is everything I swore I'd say to you. Everything I swore I'd say. You used to ask me what I thought of things, of life and love and what the future brings. And I would shrug and say I didn't know, when I knew everything I just couldn't show. The courage that it takes to be exposed, to hand someone the key to wear your clothes. I kept the door and lost you on the street. Now silent A stranger said it from afar. Just 3 letters, nothing more. And I was 22 and yours once more. I set my glass down on the stool, felt every nerve go warm then cool, like someone opened up a vault I'd sealed away and called my fault. Names are just a sound, they say, something given then put away. But yours was always more than that. Yours was everything I can't take back. I still feel the weight of your name. Every syllable, a small refrain of every morning and every fight, every beautiful and broken night. I still feel the weight of your name, like a tattoo underneath the pain. Long after I thought I moved on through, I still carry the weight of you. The weight of your name. I've tried to write you out of me, replace the verse, rewrite the key, but every melody I find still leads me back to what I've left behind. Some loves don't leave, they just go quiet, like a fire underneath the riot, still burning somewhere in the chest, long after you've outlasted all the rest. Maybe that's what real love does, leaves a fingerprint because it was more than habit, more than time, more than yours and more than mine. It was something neither of us named, something neither of us claimed, but it lived and God, it lived so loud, and now it echoes underneath this crowd, underneath this crowd. threw my bags into the trunk at dawn, left the key beneath the mat and moved along. Didn't say a word to anyone I knew, just pointed at the highway and drove through. The radio kept finding songs that stung, all the good ones from when we were young. So I turned it off and let the engine speak, the only honest voice I've had all week. But the miles don't erase what the memory keeps. The open road cannot run what's buried deep. I've been driving since the morning, still no closer to the version of myself from before you. Miles of empty road, and I still feel the way. Miles of empty road, but I can't outrun fate. Every white line passing, every small town crossed, still miles of empty road and everything I lost. I stopped at some motel in Tennessee, paid cash and didn't give my real name free. Sat beside the window in the dark, listening to the highway in my heart. The trucker in the next room had his TV on, something about love that had gone wrong. I almost knocked to tell him that I understood, that some things sound better understood. But strangers don't need strangers and their grief. Broken men don't always find relief in talking. Sometimes silence is the only road that bears the full and terrible weight of a load. Miles of empty road, just the engine and the night. Miles of empty road, no destination right. Every exit number, every county line, still miles of empty road, still yours, still mine. Somewhere past the Georgia line, the sky turned pink and golden fine. And for one honest moment in that light, everything felt bearable and right. I pulled over at the shoulder of the world, watched the sun come up slow and unfurl. And I thought maybe distance isn't the answer, but standing still was killing me back there. So I'll drive until the driving teaches something, until the road runs out of road to give. Because motion is the only kind of prayer that a man like me knows how to live. Miles of empty road, but I'm still moving through. Miles of empty road. never talked about forever. We just talked about tonight. And every night became another, till the days outweigh the light. You'd say my name like a question, I'd answer like a prayer. We were building something careful on foundations made of air. Maybe we were more than maybe less than I believed. But somewhere in that in-between was where I loved you most, it seemed. Somewhere between hello and goodbye is where we lived and didn't ask why. In the hallway of almost and nearly there, with your hand in mine and your scent in the air. We never said the word we meant, we just held on where the feeling went. Somewhere between hello and goodbye is where I'll find you if I close my eyes. Your coat still hangs beside the doorway. Your coffee cup still stains the shelf. I keep the light on in the kitchen, as if you might come home yourself. We were good at almost loving. We were fluent in the gray. standing at the edge of everything we built, with nothing left but memory and guilt. You photographed beside the phone, the one where both of us were whole, before the cracks became the canyon that we fell into, the place where broken lovers dwell. But even in the wreckage, even in the dark, I still feel the burning of your mark. Some fires don't go out, they just burn lower. Some loves don't let go, they just grow colder. Never gone, there's a fire in the rain that nobody else can see. A fire in the rain that you left burning in me. Thunder takes the sky, but it can't take what's true. There's a fire in the rain, and it's all because of you. Drove past where we used to go, the corner bar with lights down low, the jukebox playing something slow and sad and right, the way it always did on Friday night. The barman poured without me asking. He remembered what I'm always having, 2 drinks in it. 1,000 chances at the table. I had 1,000 mornings side by side, but I was always either too distracted or too proud to let you see me from inside. I'd start the sentence, then I'd lose my nerve. I'd feel the words and then I'd watch them curve back into silence where they always went. A million unsaid things, a man unspent. And now the table's set for one at dinner, and now the morning comes for only me. And everything I kept inside for safety is the very thing destroying what I breathe. Everything I didn't say is louder than the things I did. Everything I didn't say is living where our love still lives. Every I love you I swallowed, every thank you held back. Everything I didn't say is the only thing I want back. The only thing I want back. I didn't say you were my favorite sound, the humming in the kitchen making rounds. I didn't say that watching you read books was better than the finest thing that life had looked. I didn't say that when you touched my hand in public I felt like the luckiest man on earth in history in all of time. I didn't say it and I should have said it every time. I had the words right here inside my chest. I had them polished, had them at their best. And every night I think tomorrow I will say it, and every morning I forget to make the promise real. Everything I didn't say is haunting every room I'm in. Everything I didn't say is the loudest kind of sin. Every moment I was present, but not really there. Everything I didn't say is the weight I'll always wear. The weight I'll always wear. If you can hear me somehow, from wherever love goes, when it leaves, I want you to know all the things I kept. You were the best part of the life I lived. You were the answer to a question I was too afraid to ask. You made ordinary Tuesday mornings feel like something sacred, and I was too busy being somewhere in my head to tell you that I am telling you now. Across whatever distance this is, across whatever silence sits between us now, you were everything, and I should have said it every single day. I should have said it every single day. I'm standing at the crossroads of the life I had, and the life I'm supposed to want by now. One road leads back to everything we shared. One road leads away, I don't know how. To choose between the gravity of memory and the open sky of something new. So I've been standing halfway in the darkness, halfway in the morning, halfway between me and you. The birds have started singing and the stars are going home. The world is waking up around a man who stands alone. Halfway between the leaving and the long way back, halfway on a road that has no map. I'm halfway home, but I don't know which home I mean. Halfway home, in the space between what was and what could be, between your arms and something free. Halfway home and nowhere in between. I called you from a payphone in a town I didn't know. 3 rings and then I hung up. Couldn't let you know that I was that close and still that far away, that I had 100 things I couldn't say. Like how I missed the way you burned the toast, and how you laughed about it with the most unguarded joy I've ever seen a person wear. God, I miss that laugh. I miss that laugh beyond repair. And now I'm in this diner at a corner table small, watching strangers live their lives inside these walls. And every couple here looks like we used to be, before the halfway swallowed all of me. I'm halfway home, but I don't know which home I mean. Halfway home, in the space between your voice and all this silence, your warmth and all this cold. I'm halfway home, but halfway's getting old. Getting old. What does home mean when the place you built it doesn't hold you anymore? What does moving on mean when every step you take forward feels like closing one more door on something that deserved to stay open, that deserved to be more?